Okay, I can't stop shaking. Please blow this up, you guys. Please blow this up. This is the only, like, I'm, like, actually scared now. But not really, because I've recorded every single conversation. And if they come and arrest me again, like, you guys know what happened. Thank you so much for the support. You guys don't know what it means. Today is April 8th, 2021. And, I just talked to Jim Buckner. He's a sergeant at the Westminster Police Department. And, they just called me and told me that if I call them one more time, that they can press criminal charges against me. I'm so scared because this is right after, like, this is so yeah, so today's day 8 that nobody can tell me why I was taken against my will by the Westminster Police Department in Lutheran Hospital and given drugs that I can't have, and all this bullshit. I still haven't even posted the rest of the story, but I'm going to today. So I spent an hour and a half this morning. Calling the Westminster Police Department over and over and over and over again, and demanding to speak to a sergeant, and that, like, I need to know why. Like, nobody will tell me why. Everybody says it's everyone else's problem. And then finally, after an hour and a half of calling them, I said I can do this all damn day. They said, fine, the co-responders will be calling you back, who supposedly is the one that made the call for the mental health hold. Damn it, I can't stop shaking. So I can't get anybody to answer who made that call the other night, right? Like, whose call it was to come, fucking get me. Whew, I can't fucking stop shaking. Yeah, so I spent an hour and a half this morning because I'm not going to get bullied by you guys. Not going to get bullied by the cops. Sorry. Can you guys please blow this up and tell me if this is legal? Can someone please tell me if it's legal what they're doing? I don't have money to, like, go get an attorney to like, this is so fucked. Can anyone tell me? Like, can anyone help? Seriously. It's so fucking scary when you start fucking with the justice system. Like, anyone who's never, like, been in it, like, you don't get to say a word about this. Seriously. Yeah, I'll tell the whole story again because this is probably super confusing for other people. But basically, the cops say that it's the co-responders, like, they need to tell me why. And the hospital tells me it's the cops' issue. And, it's just like this. Nobody has to answer. So I start calling for like an hour and a half this morning because the co-responder, who I begged to speak to me human to human, woman to woman, who wouldn't do that, who supposedly, after looking at me for a minute and a half, could determine that I wasn't just an autistic woman with trauma with cops that was scared, that I was somehow this lunatic that needed to get thrown in a metal cage and given drugs that she can't have, and not be able to see a psych evaluator for 14 fucking hours. Where was I even? So after an hour and a half of calling and demanding that, and to know, when they're going to get body cams, I just told them, I said, I'm going to call every single day until you guys answer for Elijah McClain. I called the Aurora Police today too. I got a good phone call from that. Until you answer my questions about me, and until you fuckers get body cams. And I said, I want to talk, I want an answer. So finally, after an hour and a half of berating these people, they said, the co-responder will call you back. Oh, I thought you couldn't talk to them. I thought you guys weren't connected. That's funny. So I have to harass the cops to get anything done, which is exactly why they apprehended me the other day, because they wouldn't help me. Fuck, I wanted to actually get to the point in this video. So she's like, they'll call you back, and the supervisor. And I'm like, oh, that would be incredible. That would be so nice. Just a basic human right. They called me back. Oh, I cannot fucking wait to post that. So the supervisor, who hasn't called me back for 8 days, she calls me. She's supposed to be calling me with the girl who made this call. This bitch will not. I have left her so many hilarious voicemails. Like, goddamn, they're so funny. Just like the other night, she wouldn't speak to me, you know. And and I go through the whole thing, and she's supposed to be on the call, but she's not, of course. And the supervisors, you know, I'm like, okay, well, let me tell you my side of things. And I tell her everything I know about neuroscience and neural health and, like, trauma and, like, I don't know. We just go through the whole thing. And at the end, I'm like, so can you, you know, so who made the call? How was it made? You know, if they left and determined that everything was okay, how can they come back and get me for no reason when I was completely compliant? She had nothing to say. I can't wait to post it. So essentially at the end of the call, she can't answer one of my questions. The one person who's supposed to be able to, right? Can't answer one of my questions, won't answer one of my questions, is silent. And I out-talked, I think she didn't know what to do. Because I was, like, so calm. I stayed so creepily calm. And I know a lot about this stuff. And, like, I'm done with all this bullshit. I'm done being embarrassed for being autistic. And I'm done. Like, I'm done. And she literally just, like, had nothing to say. And I said, Lydia, her name, well, I don't know if I can even say this now. I'm really scared. But I said, Lydia, is your silence because you're a little scared of, like, legal action or maybe losing your job because of what happened the other night? Radio silence. Like, I can't wait to post it. It's delish. Okay, so here's where it gets really fucking scary. So that happens. I tell her, you know, I'm gonna take this as far as I can. Like, it's disgusting. It's deplorable. Whatever. I'm like, I know you just have to cover your own ass, and, like, you sound terrified right now. And she's like, oh, I'm gonna have to call you back. And I said, why don't you guys have body cam? Allie, we're gonna have to refer you. Oh, okay. Okay, Lydia. Then I get a call from Jim Buckner, which I've been requesting a call from a sergeant for, I don't know, the last 500 fucking phone calls I've made to you guys. He told me that if I call the Westminster Police Department one more time, that they can literally take legal action against me and file criminal charges, and that I will go to jail. If I call them and demand that they tell me what happened to me the other night. Can they do that? Can they put me in jail? Or even just file criminal charges? Maybe I shouldn't have said that. Like, I need to look back and remember. I mean, I believe he said something about jail. If he didn't, I don't want to put that out there, but I know he said that they will file criminal charges against me and press them, and that I will get in big trouble. I know he fucking said jail, so I'll get the recording and we'll put it out there, but can they do that, though? Even if he didn't say jail, like, can they do that? Can they do that when I'm just requesting information about myself that they can't provide? You know, the scariest part is that this happens right after I tell the co-responder that I'm taking legal action and I'm coming for all of their jobs. And then he tells me that I'm psychotic and delusional and that it never happened. I wish I had been able to stay calm with him like I did with the co-responder, you know, because you're obviously so much more effective when you're calm. But when you call someone delusional after all of this, and I mean, and you pretend, like, I didn't even realize till after the call that it is so sketchy that I call them 600 times before, and nobody will answer. But once the co-responder realizes that this is serious and that they really, really, really this time, not that anyone will ever do anything about it, but that, like, someone actually could this time, I get a call from a sergeant finally, and he tells me that I'm delusional and that an entire chunk of this didn't happen. Coincidence? Sucks for you, baby boo, because you guys are actual idiots. Like, the other part of this story is that my mom, who like knows that I struggle a lot with like the autism and ADHD and all that different stuff, and I'm very, very close to my parents, and they've been so supportive, and like, if I didn't have them, I wouldn't be alive. Like, that's for damn sure. And they didn't care about trauma and stuff, or care. I don't know. I'm just so grateful for them. They were there. Like, I called my mom like way earlier in this situation and ended up in this like essentially hostage situation inside the apartment. Because I didn't want to come out because I'm scared of the police, because they beat the shit out of me before because I'm autistic. Like, this whole, oh my fucking God, don't stutter. But I have 3 witnesses. 3. My dad, my mother, and my therapist. That can all vouch for the fact that the whole chunk that he told me didn't exist today. Oh, and the best part is he kept saying that my anger proved that I am delusional. Like, this is when it gets scary. Okay, boys, but this is also when we strap up. And guess what I feel about it? Y'all can, oh, I didn't even turn it the right way. Y'all can kiss my white ass, okay? And I'm gonna use my white privilege for the rest of my life to take down the cops, the bad ones. Fuck all of you, for real. I can't stop crying and shaking. Like, I know in the last video I'm like, let's strap up, boys. And I do feel like that, but I'm also so scared. And I'm also so tired because I can't fucking sleep, because I can't relax, because I'm back in like this trauma mode, and I need to just take a few days and take care of myself. But all I want to do is post these fucking videos from today, or calls from today. But when you have executive dysfunction, it's so hard to get anything done. Like, oh, and even if I get them posted tonight, it's not like it's gonna bring me justice. And I know that's part of like this, like, you know, my issues is feeling like I have to do things right now and not like being able to just relax into things. But when there's no justice, it's so hard. So if anyone knows of like any like attorney or a lawyer or someone who will talk to me, like, I just need to know, like, what would they even charge me with? Like, too many phone calls? What could they actually put me in jail for that? Is this really where we live? Like, this is what Black people and the minorities have been dealing with forever? I mean, I've been dealing with it as an autistic person for a long time, but not in that way. I mean, I've had the shit be kicked out of me by the cops before, but like, you got like you people really don't know. The underbelly of this is now I mean, I thought I got it. I didn't. How scary. All right, let's try to do this all really quick in one video, because I'm sure a lot of you are confused. If you're just tuning in, I'm an autistic woman that was had a miscommunication, I don't know if you would call it that, with the police last week, and I was taken against my will, put on an M1 hold. I was drugged with medication against my will. I said I didn't want it, obviously, that I can't have, 2 different ones. And then now, and I was held for 14 hours and not allowed to go to the bathroom, you know, all these horrible things. I'll get into more details, but and now nobody will answer like why that was put on that M1 hold. I've called about, I don't know how many times, just demanding like my basic human right to know why that happened and like how they could abuse me like that. And why this is so similar to Elijah McClain, except for that I'm a white woman who knew how to get out. And now they're saying that they can arrest me for so there's no body cams, of course. So it's my word against the system. They're telling me to get an attorney, that it's everyone else's fault. But there's no body cams. There's no way for me to prove anything. And of course, there's no cameras in the ER either. So good, people, so nice. So they can arrest me now just for calling and demanding that somebody answer for this and, like, you know, whatever. I'm having like horrific panic attacks every single day, all this stuff. And now that I finally spoke with the lady who made the call about the M1 hold, she won't answer any questions because she wants to lawyer up, which she should, because I'm coming for her job. And now, after 600 phone calls, the police chief calls me and says that what happened never happened, and that I'm delusional, and that it never. So now I'm literally getting intimidated by the Westminster Police Department in Colorado. I felt so insane during that phone call because I'm like, sir, like, you're not like it wasn't just that he wasn't listening, it was like scary. He's like, you don't remember that. You don't remember that. We determined you were crazy. This shit is real and this shit is scary. I mean, thank God I have 3 people. Like, my parents were there. They were physically at the location when the other 2 officers came first and determined that, like, I was fine and I was just taunting those mother. God dang. He told me today that what I taunted them with was a true delusion and that I didn't even remember that I did that. This shit is so... If anyone, like, knows what I'm doing wrong with my duets, like, all these people are messaging me and thank you, and anyone who is supporting this, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Like, you guys don't know how much, like, you do not know what you guys are doing for me. Thank you for supporting me, and yeah, you guys really don't know how much, like, you guys have no idea how much it means to me that you guys, like, the stuff you've commented, the things you've said, the fact that you just, like, believe me because you know it's true, because so many of you have been in the same spot, which is so scary, especially in Colorado. This is not what this video is going to be about, but thank you. I love you. Yeah, and I mean, I'm even, like, well-versed in gaslighting. Like, I grew up in, like, a religious cult run by narcissists, and I almost married one, and, like, I've studied this stuff for a decade, and, like, I still didn't realize that I was getting gaslighted today. Like, I truly didn't. I can't wait to post this phone call. This phone call is bone chilling. Bone chilling. And it's with Officer Jimmy Buckner. Jimmy Buckner. All right, Jimmy Buckner. No, his name is Officer Jim Buckner, and he is it's gonna take me a minute to, like, get all of that, like, edited and, like, you know, onto the internet, but, like, you guys please stick with me. Like, this is, like, the chef's kiss of, like, so yeah, I obviously need to take some time and, like, get off the internet and take care of myself, but which is really hard to do at this point in time, but I'm gonna do my best, because, like, that's the only way to, like, fight this system, is to, like, take care of myself, right? Like, literally. If I don't take care of myself, like, nothing is gonna happen. Like, I'll, you know, I took myself out to the mountains. I'm staying at this, like, little dingy ass motel, but I'm gonna go hiking, and I'm gonna try to not think about this for 2 days. And I think, you know, good things always happen when you do, like, take time away, and I need to remember that. And thank you for all the people who are reminding me of that, you know, like, it's the reason you need sleep and all those things. Like, I've struggled with rest my entire life, and I've struggled with sleep my entire life, but I'm gonna do it.
You're mad, Excuse me? Excuse me.
Yeah, I mean...
You guys are, like, literally the most deplorable people I've ever met. Like, that's how you're gonna act. Like, you wanna have a how is this not a productive conversation? I just told you like, this is disgusting. I can't wait to post all of this stuff on social media. People are already having just, like, a heyday with it. Like, your office is probably gonna get, like, 50 billion phone calls soon. Like, people are already asking me what they can do to make sure that this never happens again. Like, this is like Elijah McClain. Like, you do realize that, right? Like, an autistic woman is taken and drugged for what? Because she got mad at the cops and couldn't regulate her emotions? Or what? Why was I taken? Why did Emily come back?
What I would like to do, Allison, is definitely...
So about 30 minutes after that phone call, I've placed I don't know how many calls into the Westminster Police Department asking for this, just to know why they were able to take me and all that stuff. And I get a call, finally, about 30 minutes after this. Timing is kind of actually so scary. I'm really kind of scared now. They said that if I ever call them again, that they can press criminal charges against me, and that they will, and file a criminal complaint against me, and that I will get charged for making phone calls about my own case. And then they proceeded to tell me that the incident that happened the other night was not how I remembered it, and that I'm delusional, and that the fact that I'm angry about it proves that I'm mentally unstable, delusional, and he seriously tried to convince me that a huge chunk of that never happened.
And we'll rise up, I like the waves, we'll rise up, in spite of the air.
Can you stop deflecting for 5 seconds?
I'm just telling you the facts.
I mean, it's disgusting. And I pray to God that one of your 7 grandchildren don't ever end up in the system. Because I'm pretty sure, like, anyone who's ever been affected by the cops in America, doesn't it make you sad that anyone who's ever been touched by the police in America is terrified of you guys? And now, after George Floyd and Elijah McClain, which I would love to know why, and you know what? I'm going to spend the rest of my goddamn life fighting for Elijah McClain. Because it is disgusting that you guys have not done a damn thing about, I'm going to spend the rest of my life. Like, I just got very distracted by that because, why hasn't anyone answered for that, by the way? Welcome to a day in the life of an autistic woman who got her shit rocked by the cops and is now really going through it. Oh my god, sorry, I'm stoned. Did I write this down? I thought I wrote something down. Oh, I started my day at 2 a.m. with panic attacks because I drank alcohol, and alcohol hates me, but I needed a break from my brain. Then I realized I was sleeping on cold tacos, and then I had eaten Taco Bell in the bath. So, that was good. Yep, that's the shit that I poisoned myself with last night. And that's actually a really, really good book right there. That's my cat, Sunny. She's a baby, just a tiny little girl. Just a little baby girl. This is me going to the dispensary to get some much needed edibles and Qued. Oof, and then I got to go to an infrared sauna. Oh my god, and then part. Alright, so we're finally gonna get into a story time. But before we get started, like, I just learned about Daunte Wright. Like, when the fuck is this gonna stop? I know it's always been happening and we just know now because there are cameras, but like, it's so incredible to me because since I got taken by the cops, and if I hadn't been a white woman who knew how to fuck get out of the system, who knew how to get out, or if I had fought back even a little bit, I would had the shit kicked out of me by now. For sure, I'd still be in there, and I would have picked up all these charges, and if I had been a black person, I would be dead. So, but ever since that happened, you know, I've lost followers on Instagram, I've gained almost 2,000 followers on TikTok, and the people who know me won't do shit about it, won't say shit about it, but total strangers on the internet are calling the police for me. There's someone on this is fitting for today. This is for Dante Wright. Oof. Ooh. I'm gonna spend the rest of my life. Here's another cop I was talking to.
Okay, so I'm trying to ask you so I can point you in the correct direction.
There is no correct direction, that's the point, sir.
Okay, so then why are you calling? If there's no
I'm sorry, I'm calling because I would like to know who...
So the police department is not going to pay for your panic attack?
Right, the police department isn't going to pay for the panic attacks that they cause. And the panic attacks that they cause, and you guys have no body cams, is that right? You guys don't have body cams, and you guys can just beat the shit out of people, or hurt them, or kill them, or throw them in a metal cage for no reason, and nobody has to answer for it, is that right? Yep, so they just hang up. That's the Westminster Police for you. That's the Westminster Police. Really good, boys. Really protecting and serving us.
Hope you guys feel good about yourselves. Seriously, it's time. It's time for change.